Airplanes are unanimously accepted as the world's safest transport. The chances of a crash are super slim, but sometimes you don't even need to board it to say goodbye to your friends and family forever. In Amsterdam's Schiphol Airport, someone lost their life after being literally sucked into the running engine of a plane. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines shared the details, revealing that the unfortunate incident involved a plane scheduled to fly to Denmark. KLM confirmed that during a routine operation, a person found themselves in the path of a running aircraft engine, leading to a fatal outcome. They also mentioned they're offering support to the passengers and staff who witnessed the horrifying event. As of now, there's been no word on who the victim was or whether they were a passenger, an airport employee, or just someone nearby. But what we need to learn from this tragic incident is that it's essential to keep a great distance from the turbine. Yeah, traveling is not only about relaxation and positive emotions. It can be about ultimate danger, and even the simplest actions can put your life at risk. I won't make it long, just remember one thing. Never, ever pose for photos in proximity to the rocks. A 20-year-old guy named Roni Joshua Simanjutak was swept out to sea by a huge wave while trying to snap some vacation pics with his friends. They were all just hanging out on the beach in East Java, Indonesia, when Roni decided it would be a good idea to take a picture with the crashing waves at Kedung Tumpang Beach. Things started off pretty chill. The water was calm, and some of his friends were swimming near the massive rocks. But then, out of nowhere, the calm waters turned chaotic. As Roni poses for the camera, a massive wave suddenly rises behind him. It hits him hard, knocking him down onto the rocks and dragging him into the rough surf. At first, some onlookers laugh as he stumbles, but that quickly changes when he disappears under the water. Later in the video, the person filming zooms in on something floating away, which people believe might be Roni. It's a gut-wrenching sight, as it appears to be his body being pulled out to sea. Authorities were looking for him for some time, yet all was in vain. The waves measured between 6.5 and 14 feet, making the rescue efforts really tough, according to a spokesperson from Indonesia's National Search and Rescue Agency. In October 2024, Roni was still missing. Ew, what's that? Not gonna lie, this flesh-resembling spot looks disgusting, at least to me. It's a lion's mane jellyfish, and not only does it look off, but it's also terribly dangerous. One touch can get you into serious trouble. Now, don't get too scared. You're unlikely to see this anywhere except for Australia. Lion's mane jellyfish are among the largest in the world, with some growing over a meter wide and having tentacles that can stretch over 32 feet. These jellyfish can deliver a sting that brings instant pain, although it's not life-threatening. Scientists claim that while lion's manes aren't the most toxic jellyfish out there, their sting can certainly hurt, especially for kids. Also, when traveling to exotic locations, make sure to keep your ears open, especially if you know there are volcanoes nearby. The pulsating sound can tell you beforehand that there's a volcano ready to erupt. A couple's trip to Iceland took an unexpected turn when they had to evacuate Blue Lagoon due to a volcano warning. They thought they were in for a relaxing day at the famous spa when the alarms suddenly went off because of nearby volcanic activity. When the couple checked in, the staff warned them about a possible eruption and told them to gather their things if they heard alarms, but they figured it was just a precaution. So, when the alarm actually sounded, the couple was completely taken aback. There was smoke, lava, ashes. They saw it all, and they even managed to share a video on TikTok, which got 9.3 million views. Thankfully, they made it back to their cruise ship. The couple was on an epic Royal Caribbean cruise that stopped in Iceland as part of a 9-month global journey. Good news, according to the travelers, the staff at Blue Lagoon made the evacuation quick and calm. So they're real professionals. The eruption happened on August 22, 2024, on the Reykjanes Peninsula and marked the 6th volcanic event in the area since December. Now, I know that water is life, But not all forms of life are friendly. Some of them can be pretty hostile. A swimmer had a super chill run-in with a giant eel while taking a dip off the coast of Jupiter, Florida. So what should you do if you see one? Just back up. Don't get too excited or nervous. Just back up without drawing too much attention to you. The eel in question wasn't being aggressive at all. It was just curious. But in general, moray eels, and that's the one they saw, can bite if startled. Thankfully, their bites aren't lethal. But anyways, who wants to be bitten in the middle of a peaceful swim? Boy, look at that! This lady's feet are purple! If you wonder how this is related to trips, well, that's simple. The lady got her feet and ankles like that during her trip to Mexico. And this looks by no means healthy. So what exactly happened to her? Initially, she thought it was just a bad sunburn, but nope. It turned out to be a severe allergic reaction. These can throw a wrench in your vacation plans, so make sure to pack a health kit with all the needed meds, especially those that might be hard to find where you're going. When traveling, it's also smart to be cautious about what you eat. Contaminated food or drinks can lead to some pretty unpleasant issues. The main tip here is to stick to hot foods, which are usually safe, as well as packaged snacks and bottled or canned drinks. You should keep an eye on both your health and your belongings while traveling, because even the rich and famous get robbed easily. The 2024 Paris Olympics grabbed attention not just for the sports, but also for a high-profile theft that left a Qatari princess empty-handed when her pricey Hermes Birkin bags went missing. This incident, reported by French media, happened on July 28 while she was traveling on a TGV train from Nice to Paris, getting ready for the Olympics. Al-Mayasa bint Hamad Al Thani, who is either the Emir of Qatar's sister-in-law or sister, lost her stash of luxury bags, which were said to be filled with diamonds and expensive watches. She was traveling with just her maid and no security, which raised eyebrows about her safety measures for such valuable items. After realizing the bags were gone, staff on the train tried to help, stopping for about 20 minutes at the Toulon station to look for them, but they came up empty. Authorities believe the thief might have escaped in Toulon, and the local criminal court is launching an investigation. French officials were tight-lipped about the investigation, and there were no updates on the value of the stolen items. Meanwhile, the French National Railway Company reminded everyone that they aren't responsible for lost or stolen belongings. It's up to passengers to keep an eye on their stuff. A travel influencer had quite the jaw-dropping experience when he stumbled upon what he dubbed a Jurassic Park dinosaur, chilling in his hotel pool during a trip to Bali. He captured in a video a massive reptile making itself at home in his pool in Kangu. The influencer in question, Daniel Thomason from Norway, later found out it was actually a water lizard related to the Komodo dragon, but significantly smaller and less dangerous. He was shocked to learn it was just a baby, since the adults can grow up to 6.5 feet long. Komodo dragons are the largest lizards on the planet, mostly found on Komodo Island and a few nearby areas in Indonesia. They can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh around 300 pounds.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.